heart to want to supply more blood to the muscles to meet your level of activity.
Right.
And 30 minutes a day is what is advised.
Proper exercise.
Proper exercise.
Not Zoblazo 100%.
Even Zoblazo is a fast-paced kind of music. So if you really follow the tempo, you find yourself really exercising.
So you must be exercising yourself.
Oh yes, you must be.
Okay. Are these concerns for people you know or are known to be hypertensive or have heart conditions, or these are general rules for everybody?
Oh, these are general rules. It's a lifestyle modification thing that everybody, and much more importantly, those with heart disease, need to put into their routine. So if you do not think that you have a heart problem, and so you kind of like what's the word?
Mess around.
Yes, with your physical activity, then what you're doing is literally increasing your risk of falling into the category that will end up with the heart problems down the road. So you don't want to do that in the first place. So once you develop the practice or the habit of exercising regularly, you reduce your risk of developing.
Exercise regularly, whether you're with Santa or his I don't know, get it done. I haven't heard you mention yet the numbers.
The numbers
are people more likely to forget to check their BP and stuff like that during this period?
It's a period that people tend to want to indulge more, and the tendency to become less disciplined with those higher, so the encouragement is for everybody to always be aware of their numbers, whether they are in a festive season or out of season.
Whether in Accra,
if you have the machine, you check your numbers regularly for the hypertensives, and then for the diabetics also. It's even much more imperative, especially since we're talking about oral health now. Whatever goes through the mouth will affect your numbers if you're a diabetic patient. So those are also important.
So be mindful of these things. Charlie, my dogs are sounding like the special prosecutor here. And they've got a case, they are pushing it, and very soon we shall speak to Interpol. It doesn't matter where you travel to during this period. There are hazards that we want to make you aware of, and we want to draw you closer to your health providers during this period. Are you guys available during this? I mean, don't you also go and freak out small? Come on, confess. Are you going to be on duty, Doc Novishi, Doc Tobo? I mean, if I need a cardiologist during this period or a dentist of any sort, what's the protocol for you guys?
Well, we still go to work, but it's a festive season, so we also must have fun. So if you're going to like eat into my festive time, in order to seek my services, you need to compensate me adequately for it.
Benjamin.
Yes.
I keep on using your brother's name. Benjamin.
Yes.
Yeah, Eriseo, you are changing.
Oh, no, I'm not.
So it compensates you, but you are available.
Oh, yes.
Highly transactional, folks. But I know it's tongue in cheek, right? But if you have a regular contact with a physician or a practitioner, right, suitably qualified, I guess what I'm hearing you both say is maintain that contact over the period.
Oh, yes.
Yeah?
So I think definitely maintain. Platinum Dental, we remain open other than Christmas Day and Boxing Day and New Year's, but we are available around the clock 24/7. We have an emergency number. I think that at this time of the year it's really, really important that people know our emergency number. Really easy to remember. It's 055 000 1205. So that's 055 000 1205, and that is manned after hours throughout the whole night. So we are available, especially for trauma cases, those with raging toothache, swelling, etc., to give advice and to get you through until we can see
I'm
you.
looking at you rattle this number, and I'm wondering, about emergency, what non did you go and eat? And what did you do? You tried opening a bottle or a can with your teeth? What do people get up to?
Exactly. So that is a really, really popular one. People opening bottles with their teeth. But the other thing, for example, is children around swimming pools running around. It's very, very interesting. It makes me very, very nervous when you see children, you go to a hotel and you watch these children running around and you're just waiting for it to happen. And when it comes to dental trauma, we know for sure that the sooner you can get treated, the better in terms of the long term.
Okay.
But you also have things of nightclubs. Let us be upfront and say that Ghana is now a destination for Dirty December.
Why won't you say all-night service? What kind of nightclub? Who do you think you are talking to here? We are very, very upright people.
I see.
Me and my listeners. Night what?
So a lot of nightclubs,
Okay.
a lot of trauma fights, etc. So that's why the emergency number becomes crucial.
Okay. Don't lose the fight, and if you even lose, keep your teeth. But if you lose your teeth, Novishi is there. Platinum is there. I guess other dentists are there. Serious Business on Ultimate Health. We're looking at do's and don'ts for Xmas, for a healthy heart and mouth, for a December to remember. Okay? Don't remember December because that is where I got that missing tooth. I know they do stuff. You do stuff on missing teeth as well.
Yes.
But yeah, that's what. Look, when you look at this picture, it was Xmas 2023. Some small fight at that club. I shouldn't even have mind. In fact, my girlfriend said I should keep quiet. And I lost my tooth. Okay.
Yes.
But you can confess yourself. 055 11 11 997. Should I activate the phone line? No, let's bite. Let's chew a bit more on this heart and mouth business, okay?
So he was talking about numbers,
Yeah.
and just so that you realize that we do want you to indulge, but responsibly.
Don't tell me you're going to count calories or sugar.
We are going to count sugar.
Oh, mama.
We are going to count sugar.
I see some sugars
But
here.
we have, so the tip number 2 for all health for December to remember is that duration is worse than quantity.
Say it again.
Duration is worse than quantity.
Okay.
So if you're going to have all of the sugars and all of the snacks, we want you to have it within 1 hour. What we don't want is you take a sip of whatever soda, what we call swish and cap, then you go and play video games for an hour, and then you come back and you take another sip. So if you're going to have the soda, sit and have it within 30 to 40 minutes. Parents, open all the goodies. They have to be allowed to have goodies. Open all of the goodies. Let them have what they want. After 1 hour, time them. Take all of the goodies away. Bonus points if you can get them to drink some water after that. So what we did yesterday, just for fun, is that we came up with about 6 things that Ghanaians like to consume over the Christmas period, and we looked at the sugar that was actually in them.
Right.
So number 1 on the hit list, which was really interesting, is, I can't mention brands, but there's a chocolate, a round chocolate.
Pebbles.
Pebble.
Oh, okay.
Pebbles.
You can't.
We
Okay,
call
I
them
thought you
pebbles.
couldn't
Ow,
mention.
Ow.
So
we
call them pebbles.
We are local breeds.
So
Pebbles.
we basically looked at a handful and decided that most people would eat about 6 to 8.
All right.
And the amount of sugar in 6 to 8 pebbles is actually 9 cubes of sugar.
Go away.
So literally every round pebble has a cube of sugar in it.
Wow.
So that was really, really surprising.
That is the pink sheet for pebbles alone.
Yes.
And this is not somebody who's taking pebbles and other things.
No,
Pebbles
this is
alone.
just pebbles
9
alone.
cubes of sugar.
Yes.
In your mouth.
Yes. And then we looked at a certain cake that usually has a red and green things in it. And we looked at what most people would eat as a serving. And that is coming out as 12 cubes of sugar.
Oh.
So a standard cake that we all
Wait,
eat.
hang on. That's a slice. Oh.
Yes.
And that is 12 cubes.
That has unfortunately
slice.
12 cubes of sugar. Yes.
Already.
So when we start looking at these things and we go on to cookies, etc., and shortbread, we realize that the amount of sugar, even in shortbread, is ending up at about 5. But so what are we saying? We're saying that there's a lot of sugar in these things, and actually there's a round biscuit that used to have icing in the old days, are we allowed to say it, Piccadilly biscuits, etc.? Those are relatively low in sugar. Okay, so again, if you are going to
do
be
necklaces with them.
yes, so if you're going to be
Gem
eating
biscuits.
things like that, the Danish cookies were not bad in terms of sugar. Shortbread was not bad, but actually things like pebbles and cakes had a lot of sugar in them.
Okay, so is sugar the only culprit? I mean, we're taking in all sorts of things, all right? Sugar, you just done the quantification of that. And you said duration and then what?
So duration is worse than quantity.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want that quantity in a shortened duration.
Yes.
So if you're spreading your indulgence over time, you're doing more harm.
You're doing significantly more harm.
But
You're
if I-
literally trebling the
What
harm.
if I tell you, well, I've swallowed it, it's in my stomach, my teeth are fine.
Okay, you swallowed it, it's in your stomach, but it's going to take approximately 2 hours for the saliva to neutralize. And this is the big thing. We need to remember that every time anything goes in our mouths, especially sugar, it creates acid. And it takes up to 2 hours for that to neutralize. So that leads us to our tip number 3, which is that water and sugar-free gum are your friends over the festive period. So
At this rate, I need a whole backpack to go for a pass. I need all these things.
no, you just water, sugar-free gum, and a mini toothbrush kit. That's all you need.
No, Vichy, calm down. You are not the culprit, it's sugar. You calm down. Now tell me this. Acidity,
Yes.
saliva, right? Break that down for my listeners and tell us what it breaks down in the oral cavity.
Okay. So the oral cavity already has germs and microbes. Then you add the sugar. Sugar plus germs plus time equals acid. So what's going to happen is that the acid is going to sit there and start really drilling or making cavities in your mouth.
Okay.
So what we want to do is that we want to reverse that as much as possible.
Okay.
Water
You want to
irrigates.
reverse the acidity.
Yes.
Okay.
So water irrigates and gets you back to it being normal and neutral. So water is really good. And if you don't have water, then you need to stimulate saliva. So sugar-free gum is really good at stimulating saliva, which will then come and really have the same effect as washing.
Okay.
So just imagine a jet wash, that you use for your car. That's what the water is doing. And the sugar-free gum is allowing the saliva to also do the same thing.
Okay. I suspect at some point you give us a toolkit that we should have in our pockets.
Yes.
And I almost want to ask, how would I know if somebody's saliva is acidic? But you hold on to that. I'm not going to go around kissing people, but it brings things to mind. All right. Okay, I got some stuff on my WhatsApp. Let me see now. Blessed Sunday, my brother Nortey by nature. Okay, who is this sibling? I don't know. And your pleasant medical guests who are really blessing us with good health information for the Xmas festivities ahead. With regards to dental health, I would like to share my personal experience with you and your listeners. For the past 5 years or so, I have never experienced toothache, which I used to in the past. The secret is brushing with our own Pepsodent, okay? And then putting some of the pest at the affected teeth, or is it the Pepsodent at the affected teeth and holes, and keep it in there for a few minutes before finally washing my mouth. Everyone experiencing toothache should try this for toothache-less. Of course, that word is a Scrabble word. Toothache-less Christmas. Charlie, Pepsodent should really sort me out for doing this promo for them, but we don't have evidence. We have to test you in a lab. Prosper from Dakuman shares this and say good health with Nortey by nature. So he's saying keep the fluoride toothpaste in your mouth for a while and place it where those holes are. He's not, he doesn't seem to have a problem with the holes, but he's painting them with paste. And he recommends a particular paste. Any comments, Novishi?
Yes, Pepsodent and actually a lot of the toothpaste that are recognized by Ghana Dental Association are really good. Has more fluoride in it than imported toothpaste. The amount of fluoride is about 1,400 parts per million. But yes, we keep saying it on this program, spit, don't rinse.
We had a fight over that, right?
Yes, we have a habit of brushing our teeth and then rinsing everything
Washing it out.
No. We want you to spit out the toothpaste. Don't rinse. The toothpaste is good for you. We want it around the teeth. Okay? So what he's doing is he's not rinsing. Or even if he's rinsing, he's going back and applying the toothpaste like cream so that the toothpaste is staying in
How
contact.
many tubes does he use in a week?
I wonder.
Prosper and Nansuman, thank you. We salute you. You have endorsement from my guest from Platinum Dental. So, spit, don't rinse. We like to wash our mouths out, and then all the debris and things we cleared out with the toothbrush will go. You are saying I should keep all that waste management stuff in my mouth?
I feel like it's such a cultural thing that I would say let us meet ourselves halfway,
Okay.
rinse out, and then put a tiny amount of toothpaste back in your mouth.
All right, that has been settled out of court. Okay, it has been settled. Good afternoon, Nortey. How are you and your invited guests? Thank you for the education once again. Please, there is something normally happens to me, and I want to ask your dentist whether I can get the cause of it. I stopped brushing for a number of days and begin after the first one that I did, there is blood in the foam that I pour out, even though I did not use strength to brush. Please, what may be the cause? So bleeding during brushing. Hey, Ford in Bato.
Yes.
I don't know whether it's the gum or bleeding gums.
Yes, 100% correct. And he gave us the history. If you don't brush your teeth, you end up with plaque. Plaque is food plus bacteria. Around the gums and anything in your body feels as though it's being attacked.
Okay.
So your body sends a lot of blood there with white cells to try and fight.
Okay.
So when you start brushing, you will bleed. If you don't like the sight of blood, please close your eyes, continue brushing. But even before you do that, you need to go and see a dentist for them to do a professional clean,
Right.
and then you need to do the maintenance.
So we unprofessional cleaners. How long should we clean before we come to you for a professional?
I think that you should I really promote this. There's no point going for a professional clean if you're not going to do the maintenance. We give you a boost, and then the rest of the work needs to be done by you.
Okay.
2 minutes twice a day, just 4 minutes of your life every day.
Okay.
Otherwise, within 10 to 12 days, every benefit from the professional clean has been lost.
Okay. All my questions are coming on dental stuff. I need to adjourn the dental because it's not too friendly. I go to the heart part and see. But this one says, please, is there any remedy for persistent swollen gums that refuse to go? Kwame in Dansoman.
We really need to look at the cause. It could be cardiologist's fault. There are some people who react to things like nifedipine, and it causes a lot of swelling of their gums. So we need to do everything
So that's an antihypertensive.
Yes. So we need to look at medications that you are actually on.
Okay.
We need to look at hygiene and how you are brushing around the gums. And we need to even look at whether it's what we call iatrogenic.
Okay.
So is it a filling that you have had that was not perhaps done as well, or that has chipped, that is causing the actual swelling of the gums? So do take our number and come in for a consultation so that we can really look at what may be causing
Great stuff. 40 minutes past the hour of 2, and we're still in the mouth, but I'm crossing over. And you see, Novishi saw me crossing over to Benjamin, and she suddenly, links up with the medication, and it causes this, that. So she's there some. Boss, you are the cardiologist. So the medications we take, she's insisting and prosecuting a case which says that some of them can also compromise oral hygiene or have some impact that we should know about.
Yes, that's true. Like the nifedipine that she mentioned, it causes the gums
Ziggy,
to swell.
Benjamin's mic is a bit low. Yeah.
It causes the gums to swell.
Right, great.
And personally, I don't like prescribing it for my clients with hypertension because there are other alternatives that are there.
Is it restricted to this particular?
It's not
brand?
necessarily.
Not
because
necessarily.
of the
Okay.
gum, yeah,
All right.
it has other things that it does, which causes a lot of reflex upshoot of the blood pressure because of the way the body handles its levels in the blood.
Okay.
So if the formulation of that drug is not the type that is designed to be released
Interesting.
slowly, in
The solution
blood
becomes a
over long
problem.
period, Yeah, so I dump it, much more readily than the others.
In the
choosing-
says in a scenario where you have the options, you choose an alternative.
Oh yes.
Okay, all right. So that people don't get the wrong message,
Mhm.
right? You choose an alternative.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk a bit about missed doses and irregular, if I can call it that, but non-compliance with medications over the period. I'm supposed to be on wine, if it depends, all that, okay? Already on a regular basis, I'm non-compliant. You're suggesting that this will worsen during a vacation period where routines go haywire, etc.
Yes, because once you don't comply with your medications, you are putting yourself at risk of your blood pressure shooting up again.
Okay.
And that comes with its attendant risks of developing either heart failure or
Okay.
having a heart attack or developing a stroke
Okay.
or even having erectile, dysfunction, which is a serious thing.
Oh, yeah,
for-
saying like if I should know. Erectile dysfunction, well, your erection is blood, right?
Exactly.
Pumping into the organ.
Exactly.
And so if
And it
you
must pass through a conduit.
yes.
And if that conduit is being messed up by the high blood pressure,
Okay.
then that blood will not be delivered adequately
Right.
to,
And even when it's delivered, it won't stay.
exactly.
Okay.
And your Christmas will be messed up pretty bad.
Just because your twin brother is a urologist, you are going there. All right. Okay. You're hearing it on Joy 99.7
He'll come and
FM.
continue
You
from
come
there.
and continue. You people in your tag team, the Tobo brothers. Yeah. 14:43 is the time on Joy 99.7 FM. My name is still Nortey by nature. Dr. Novishi Akutu, Platinum Dental. Dr. Wing Commander Dr. Benjamin Tobo. I'll take my time because the Bernard will come. He's a physician specialist and he's a cardiology fellow in training. And what's the other part? The medical something at aviation medicine.
Yeah. Aeromedical examiner.
Examiner, aeromedical examiner. Yeah, I've seen him in uniform. He looks good. He looks good. I've always had a thing for uniform, but I never got in. Okay, right. So this is serious stuff, and I am afraid to think or even consider the combination where you've messed up your heart health, you're messing up your oral health, and other things which I'll bring other combinations of resource persons to discuss, diabetes and all the other things are also in there. That ain't a December you want to remember, right? That is what we're talking about with my guests in the studio. How to maintain your heart health, your oral hygiene, so that you have a December to remember for all the positive reasons, okay? That's what we're talking about. Yes.
So I know your listeners are very good people, but I wonder whether we could touch on how to consume alcohol during Dirty December in terms of your oral hygiene and your oral health.
Dirty December is somebody's brand, though.
Oh, really?
So during Xmas.
Okay, during
They were consuming before December. I know them. But we get your point. Yeah, go ahead. So, responsible alcohol use.
I'm not in charge of responsible alcohol use. I just want to touch on the alcoholic beverages that you
Okay.
should be considering in terms of your oral health.
Okay.
So, in first place are all of the liquors rather than liqueur. Liquors plus added sugar equals liqueur, more or less. So the liquors such as brandy, whiskey, gin, etc., those are extremely low when it comes to sugar, almost zero. And if they're being had with diet soft drinks, etc., that keeps them at zero. So those are pretty good. Wines are...
I thought zero was not taking them at all. So you're saying, well, it's kind of okay if you must.
Yes.
These ones are better than
yes,
others.
in terms of your
You
oral
sound
health.
very, very well versed in the spirits and stuff. Okay. As a dentist. Okay.
As a dentist.
Okay.
Wines, white wines in particular, are very, very good, followed by red wines. Then I do think that for this time of the year, we need to touch on the mocktails and the cocktails. So when we are naming these, what we are saying is irrespective of whether they have alcohol or not, if you look at the 4 most popular cocktails or mocktails, then in terms of oral health, number 1 is going to be Cosmopolitan.
Hey.
So that literally only has 2 cubes of sugar in it.
Okay.
And then my preferred cocktail of choice, it will be Mojito, Mai Tai. By the time you are consuming pina colada, you are actually consuming around 20 cubes of sugar.
Okay.
So by the time you get to the pina coladas, we should just be putting the sugar into your mouth.
You're really going to very nice parties. Eh? Me, the parties I go to, Pina wine.
So again, what we are saying is that think about the sugar, think about the time you are having it.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, if you're going out, you could start with the more sugary things like your cocktails, and then towards the end of the night taper to your less sugary things. But again, the same message. You get double points or even treble points for remembering to drink water after.
Okay.
That will help both with the alcohol as well as the sugar that is in there.
I will still say stay alive. And if you drink, don't drive. But okay. These are to do with your oral hygiene for a December to remember. Okay. Wow. This makes it a very deliberate December, because this is not unskilled labor. You must know what you're doing during this period, Doc Tobo and Doc Akutu. You must know what you're doing. You can't just say, it's a party, I'm going. Whatever will be, will be. What can come, can come. It sounds very deliberate and very biased towards your health and well-being. So don't have a holiday and then after it, suffer, right? But have a sensible holiday and make sure you're ready for the new year. So it's not just the December you want to remember, right? Your crossing over should be on your own 2 feet, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about. Okay. But what are some of the major complications? I know, strokes and things, but Dr. Bo, what are we risking? Okay, I missed a dose or 2. I didn't exercise too much. I was a bit dehydrated, as I don't know whether you share the concern about hydration on the cardio side.
Hydration is very, very important.
Oh, okay.
Extremely important.
You guys are twins.
A lot of the bodily functions, happen within a watery environment.
Okay.
And the more water there is, the easier it is for these physiological...
So why didn't you give her a knock when she was giving us all the breakdowns of the drinks and all, and just say water?
Well, drinks more or less are like concentrated forms of water.
Okay.
But we are talking about hydrating with water itself.
Okay.
As
actual water.
Exactly.
Right.
Separate from having fluids in
Okay.
your mouth,
Okay.
that you are taking.
Right.
It's very important because
For your
then
cardio health.
Exactly.
All right.
And if you skip, or because of one bad practice or another, you skip your medications or
Okay.
you forget to take them along, and you don't make any effort to even track your blood pressure in order
Right.
to take the necessary immediate action should
Right.
you notice that your
Okay.
BPs are because should you even go somewhere else missing your medications, there are pharmacies in
Okay.
those destinations. So if at least you're tracking your blood pressure,
Hmm.
you will know that your pressure is now heading towards danger territory,
Okay.
and you can head to the nearest health facility or
Right.
pharmacy
Okay.
to procure them, because most of those medications are not prohibited medications.
Okay.
So the pharmacists there are reasonable people who knowing...
But essentially, you're better off preventing any
Exactly.
emergency of the
Yes,
sort during
exactly.
the period. Okay.
Exactly.
Somebody's asking, good afternoon. Jifa from Dodwa says, please, I want to know why drooling still occurs at night after brushing. Drooling at night after brushing.
It depends on the age group. Kids up to the age of 6 or 7 usually sleep with their mouth open, and there's quite a lot of drooling that actually occurs during that period of time. Interestingly, you find that droolers very, very rarely have cavities because they have the excess, saliva which is ongoing. And then you find this at the other extreme, the elderly, and that's just because they've lost the tone in their lip muscle, and the lips are almost like a dam that keeps saliva in the mouth. So as the lips become flaccid with age, you find that drooling again occurs in the elderly.
Okay. Right. This one says, does the 1 hour internal apply to taking alcohol? The thing you said about the sugars and keeping the duration, all right? About not spitting out the paste. I try to, however, when it happens constantly, I start to get uncomfortable in the mouth and on the tongue, a burning sensation specifically. And 3, is the paste to be left after brushing morning and at night as well?
Okay, so I'll take the first question is yes, your mouth does not differentiate where the sugar is coming from. So whether alcohol, whether fruit juice, etc., is still interpreting it as sugar.
Okay.
Number 2, please be, in terms of the burning and the sensation, be careful if you are using mouthwashes, especially those that have alcohol in them.
Right.
Those can dehydrate your mouth and cause that. And then the third one was about...
Let me see. The third one was something about, where is it? Good. Let me see. There were 3 points. Oh, I've lost it now. I'll get it back for you.
Okay.
All right. So the alcohol-based mouthwashes will dehydrate. They'll dry your mouth.
Yes. And so you find that...
So why do they put the alcohol in there?
I don't know.
What's the purpose?
They put it in because it has that tingling feeling.
Okay.
And so most people enjoy the sensation
So it's cosmetic.
of... It's not cosmetic, it's an actual sensation thing,
Okay.
in that you feel as though there's something happening. So then you are more likely to obviously use it more and have that as your preferred mouthwash.
Okay.
But dentists do not like alcohol-based mouthwashes.
Okay.
So you find that the ones that are recommended by dentists usually do not have alcohol in them.
Okay.
They dry your mouth and therefore accentuate bad breath,
Your mouth should not be
hygiene,
dry.
everything. Yes.
But you should not be drooling.
Yes.
Okay.
We are fussy.
All right, get a plumber. All right. Is the paste to be left both after morning and afternoon brushing?
After evening.
Yeah.
Yes, we would prefer
Sorry,
that.
evening, sorry.
We would prefer morning and evening, but if you're going to do one, then 100% the night time.
Okay, I saw something about, what about club beer, sweetie? Who is this? Nortey, what about club beer? Okay, the person is called Sweetie. All right, I was worried there. What about club beer? Is there sugar in it?
There's definitely some sugar, but it's relatively low compared to cocktails and sodas.
Okay, safe answer. The person she's talking about drooling after brushing at night is 38 years old. Does that change anything?
Yes, there should not be excessive drooling at
Okay.
that age range.
Okay. George, fine, Dodo. I'm trying to remember your age. Oh. I do remember you. You dogged me. Oh. Okay. Hi. This one says, is it good taking soft drinks that contain sugar after sex, since one loses more energy after sex? So are you looking for energy or looking for sugar? Kwabuna in Sukura wants to know. After sex, soft drink.
He wants to replenish.
I think that energy can be replenished by either soft drinks or sports drinks, etc. However,
What about rest?
if you're going to do that, please drink some water before you continue.
All right, Platinum Dental, you're heading for trouble. This one is now asking about brands. Is Origin okay? It has all these fruit peels with orange peels and so many and some herbs, and the alcohol is about 5%. How much alcohol by percentage is okay? I mean, some wines touted as healthy have about 12% alcohol. Selassie Joulu, wants to know.
Yes, so shandies, etc., are usually 5%, and most wines are between 12 and 14%, and your liquors are obviously around the 40%.
Okay.
So alcohol is alcohol. But obviously, the less amount of alcohol, the better. Okay. But we need to be careful because a lot of these alcopops are really aimed at the younger population. And so they're encouraging drinking at a younger age, but from an oral health for December to remember point of view, they also contain more sugar. So yes, the named brand, origin, etc., would have more sugar in them, because they are more like a shandy base compared to more regular beer.
Okay. Folks, I can see you guys marching to Platinum with your wine glasses and stuff and asking what are they serving today? What is the recommended brew? That's not the point. We're doing oral health for December to remember. Okay, I know you guys are going to meet Novishi somewhere and say, Charlie, what's the recommended brew? But this is for your oral hygiene during the period. Dr. Boso, coming to you again. Okay, we talked medication. We talked about what do I do when I miss a dose of, let's say, antihypertensives or any cardio-related medication?
You take it at the next appropriate dosing time. Because
You
the thing
continue.
about you just continue when it is due the next time. Because developing hypertension is not an overnight thing. The changes that it even causes to the heart, they take about 2 years to occur. And you don't want, those changes to start. So as soon as you skip your dose and you remember at the next appropriate dosing time, you just take it.
Just take it. Okay. Jijo and Dodwa is just me. She says I promised her some feedback. I haven't given it. Oh, Jijo, darling, sweetheart. Sometimes some of these things slip, right? I know we've had an exchange in the past, and I thought I did quite well. You'd won a couple of things and so on. And then there's a gentleman in Winneba, I think it's Augustine, last week with relation to some diabetic complications. I've sent a message to the number I have saved, okay? I will check. Okay, last week he felt we hadn't responded. Many of these are my own personal reach outs, okay? So I try to make sure I have the resource persons in alignment before I try to reach out. Okay, right. So Jijo, we shall talk. Okay. Yeah, we're out of time. December to remember. Novishi, what do you want to leave us with? Quick takeaways.
Our quick takeaways that number 4 would have been, if possible, carry a mini oral health kit.
Okay.
We should just have a toothbrush, toothpaste, and a flosset. And actually, to promote this, anybody calling and booking with Platinum Dental for a professional clean and mentioning the phrase oral health for December to remember will be given a mini oral health kit that we want you to carry around with you over this festive season. We are open, so if you need our attention, especially with trauma or anything untoward, please do reach out.
Okay, you gave an emergency number. I didn't. 75500.
Yes, so the emergency number is 055 000 1205, and our regular number during office hours is 0302 998 750, and all our socials are Platinum Dental Services.
Great stuff. Please, sometimes I do have a sharp pain coming from my chest, which makes me stop whatever I'm doing at the moment till it eases. It does ease. Want to know what the cause is? Go see a doctor. Dr.
Exactly.
What do you think?
See a doctor. Go see a doctor.
You want to know the cause
Especially
of a radio?
pain that is associated with activity and is relieved when you rest is a serious warning sign for your heart.
Okay.
See a doctor.
See a doctor.
As soon as possible.
Okay, right. See a doctor. I'm saying it again. And one more time. See a doctor. Right? Not a pharmacy. Don't go to a pharmacy shop and ask for something to relieve it further. Not so. See a doctor.
Yes.
Do I have to see a cardiologist, or at least first see a doctor?
Yes, see a doctor.
Then if
Any
it needs
doctor that
any
is
referral
closest to
upwards.
you.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right, see a doctor. You heard it here. Good afternoon, Nortey. What about cassava beer, papa and son from Latte Crap? The guru in the studio is Novishi Akutu of Platinum. Cassava beer, have you gone there?
No, I
We are
haven't.
talking mojitos and things. Have you seen my people? Cassava beer. You will talk through. Remove your mouth. What about cassava
I would
beer?
love to sample. I will definitely have the answer about the amount of sugar,
Okay.
even if Google AI has to help us.
Okay, great stuff, great stuff, great stuff. We're out of time. We gotta go. I've got to release Novishi from the witness stand. Okay, her lawyer has just, submitted a certain stay of action or execution, right? But it's been great. Let's hope we take it serious. Next week, I have another pair of specialists to give us, some kind of advice for December. We may not be on air next week, but we'll package it somehow for you. Stick and stay, right? Alex is away collecting data in Rwanda. So the Healthy Secrets, he promised us 10 of each, and I got a deluge of people who believe they deserve the book, okay? And I'm going to squeeze some mini dental kits from Novishi. She can't just come in alcohol us like that and then go. Okay, we'll get some for you by all means. Papa and Sign Latte, we will come and do the cassava research. I promise you, we will do that. But if you have any heart concerns as well, Dr. Bo says, see your doctor. So I'm about moving out here. So let me take Movement by Samini. Stick and stay. Joy 99.7 FM. My name is Nortey by nature. I believe I am out. Samini is moving.